Sending in my tangle footage.
Who's there? Maybe someone drained the time.
It's a brawl!
Ah!
Raring to go!
Suppressors in range.
Because you spared the dude.
Energy transmitter out. Suck up the shot. Back and scan.
Don't be afraid of me. I'm up.
Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
We're not about to die, right?
Liquidate them! I have a fix on their weaknesses. Yeah.
so I'm trapped. Messages to the Order left unanswered. Tried to run. Got about 2/5 of me gouged out. A lot of blood. Plus, spent much of my life wondering what I'd say at the end. Trying to think of the words for this felt like reading a thesis before the presiding bishop. But a lot of people die, and not a lot of final words get remembered. Certainly no one will hear these. So why worry about being meaningful? What matters is who I was when I was alive. And if I was predestined to be Ursapod food. I think maybe I would have liked to re-roll the odds.
You're doing the architect's work.
Did you need something? May all our travails add to the equation.
I thought the Order weren't capable of much more than sitting at a desk and calculating all day. But to build all of this really cramps the mind to think of what it must have took.
Falling prey to imperfect thoughts? Go now.
Prudence dictates we repel invasive elements.
You are the raw material for perfection.
The Protectorate have dug themselves in real good. If we approach head-on, we're signing our own death certificates. We need another plan.
We're all in this together.
Prudence dictates
We could, considering Spireton's ours. Just ought to find a way to control the lift from here if we wish to call him down.
Our enemies envy our prosperity, disdain our sense of community. They sneer at our contentment.
All right, it's a plan.
Prudence dictates we reject individualism in all its many forms.
Preserve said progress. Sustain the system. Gray gone astray? Look a stay today. Are you meant? Fully refreshed?
Remember, all subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler, the Consul. The Consul provides, the system abides. Prudence dictates we rout all disruptive influences.
Is a fellow subject lacking the appropriate zeal for their assigned work? Report them for mental refreshment post-haste. It's not just a good idea, it's the law. Feeling distracted? Daydreaming on the job? Mental refreshment centers are there to help you. Don't risk falling prey to imperfect
Professor
thoughts.
Ostergard making a mess of things again?
Prudence dictates we repel invasive elements.
I, too, would never question the paradigm. Perhaps a brief visit to mental refreshment would put him on track.
Material for perfection. From the lowliest subject to the most exalted vigilant, we must all
Hostile
fulfill
ahead.
our duty
What's the
to
play,
the
Commander?
Protectorate. We're all...
Prudence dictates we cherish all we have.
Is that a scream? Grenade! It looks like a fight! To see it before you!
Gain our sense of
Danger is nigh! Run! Breaking for cover! Influences!
Get me go-getting again. You try to limit further damage, Commander. Replenishing my firearm.
Check your scopes for combatant analysis.
Forever. Horny.
subject lacking the appropriate zeal for their...
Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
Location ascertained.
Feeling distracted? Daydreaming on the job? Refreshment centers are
Cover!
Adversary vulnerabilities identified. Stun weapon ready, Commander.
Help you with something?
Target analyzed. Lay down fire. Energy transmitter out. Soak up the shock. Back and scan. Standing.
Are you mentally refreshed?
Back in business.
Remember, all subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler, the console. The console provides, the system abides. Prudence dictates we rout all disruptive influences.
Is a fellow subject lacking the appropriate seal for their assigned work? Report them for mental refreshment post-haste. It's not just a good idea, it's the law. Feeling distracted? Daydreaming on the job? Mental refreshment centers are there to help you. Don't risk falling prey to imperfect thoughts. Go now.
Prudence dictates we repel invasive elements.
You are the raw material for perfection. The most exalted vigilant. We must all fulfill our duty to the Protectorate. We're all in this together.
An explosive! Intricate thinkers! An explosive!
Check your scopes for combat.
Preserve said progress. Sustain the system. Late on a string? Look at me today. Are you mentally refreshed?
Remember, all subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler, the console.
Feeling distracted? Daydreaming on the job? Mental refreshment centers are there to help you. Don't risk falling prey to imperfect thoughts. Go now. Holiest subject to the most exalted vigilance. All fulfill our duty to the Protectorate.
Yeah.
Stranded on a hostile planet, day 35. Brought to you by the frigid cold and voracious wildlife. Starring noted self-taught survival expert, myself, Hoyt Schermerhorn. Oh. Not sure how you managed to approach unnoticed. Could be I'd grown so attuned to my surroundings, I became one with the wood and fire and the earth. Were you left behind by your unit too? Are you in need of some hard-fought knowledge about how to fend for yourself? Must say, I've become quite the expert. Why, after only just 2 weeks on my own, I ascertained how to pry open a rations tin unaided. Did you know there's a little opener key attached? It's all going in my manuscript. So glad you asked. I've recently evolved into a rugged, self-sufficient individual, fully accustomed to life in these caves, living raw and pure like our primitive, lice-ridden ancestors. Why, just the other day, I reinvented fire. I found a little doohickey I've named a light starter. You simply push a button, and flame comes out. Who can say, really? One day you're impressing your colleagues by deftly fulfilling your manifold duties in the key role of auxiliary dabbler. The next, they're gone. Technically, the rank is auxiliary dabbler third rate. It's a role of no small import. If the primary dabbler is shot or captured, I'd be sent in to, well, generalize. Involves fetching, keeping comestibles at the appropriate temperature, and shut up, don't touch anything, and stay the void out of my way. Skills that serve me well here. Yes, indeed. I know this cave and several of the adjoining hallways, like, well, someone who'd scoured every inch for the barest sustenance. That big Computronic adding machine? Nah. All that electromechanical malarkey is lost on a rugged, outdoor individual like me. You might call in reinforcements if the Spireton lift controls were working. I happen to have its missing components in my possession. I might be convinced to part with them for a small favor. Some key legwork for a mighty hunter. Me, I'm fixing to take down one of the local ursopods. A few sprat corpses would be helpful as bait. Gather some, and we'll make a trade. Finally, give it here.
I was forced to eat sprat when stranded once myself, though I demonstrated considerable less zeal.
Sorry you had to see that. The parcels of victuals my neighbor sends over the tube have fallen off recently. Barely eaten for days. sent me over a bunch of recordings, along with victuals. Offered some sound, if harshly put, advice. Looked out for me like no one's ever. Never even seen him face to face. I do so hope he's all right. Anyhow, suppose we had a deal. Here, I wrenched these parts free out of the Spireton lift controls. Just jam them back in there and kick it once or twice. Should work fine. Drop back in again sometime, will you? Occasionally, I do get a little starved. For, company. Ah, nice of you to drop by. You're looking very, toothsome, if you don't mind me saying.
Hoyt. Name's Hoyt, right? I've noted some right sophisticated interactions among the Crabbles lately. Intricate courtship rituals, coordinated group efforts, all about thermal transfer. When my unit was first stationed down here, I kept making excuses to sneak off and observe them. Product research, I said. Very hush-hush. Eventually gave my lieutenant a field promotion and ordered them all away. Been living off the land here like the Crabbles ever since. Their unfertilized roe actually makes for some good eating. Included some with this message. Eat up.
Prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler, the Consul. Prudence dictates we rout all disruptive influences.
I feel terrible. Everybody who ate the latest crabble rations fell ill. Rumor is somebody died. Was it me? Feels like it was.
Disruptive influences! I have a fix on their weaknesses.
Subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler, the Consul. The Consul provides.
Perfect thoughts? Go now.
Prudence dictates we repel invasive elements.
Both our forces and antis await your command to proceed. Executing primary operation, now!
Reinforcements incoming. Finally. I was getting tired of doing everything around here.
Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
Let me handle this. Craft is ready, and frankly, pissed off.
That.
Investigating. Whatever it was must have run off.
Feeling distracted? Dreaming on the job? Mental refreshment centers are there to help you. Just risk falling.
You, my friend, are VP material.
Appreciate you handling our dirty work.
Lovely day for differential geometry.
Individualism in all its many forms.
Gray gone astray? Book a stay today. Are you mentally refreshed?
Always dreamt of coming here.
Have a profitable day.
Calcaduceus, not detected. Entry kindly, yet firmly declined.
Oh, what was in those rations? Oh, not again.
this gastric nightmare never cease? Oh. Just a moment. Forgive me. I found myself irregularly indisposed from one direction or the other.
Oh, you poor man. I sincerely hope we don't have to shoot you.
So do I need assistance from someone with substandard, non-protectorate medical training? Thank you, but no, you're too kind. Assessor Torbert Ostergard of the Protectorate. I have been here since we seized the facility from Auntie's choice. Well, not this room specifically, but I am the Archive's current operator. As such, I am the bearer of the Calcaduceus. I still have trouble saying that. It is part ceremonial item, part computronical key. Grants special access across the archive by transmitting a series of advanced calculations when waived. If you have cleared our fortifications outside, I worry what has happened to our troops. I have little interest in sharing their fate. I would pass the Calcaduceus on to you, in exchange for granting me safe passage. The archive would then recognize you as its operator. It will no doubt earn me mental refreshment, perhaps worse. But this way, I retain some measure of hope. All right. I am providing you the Calcaduceus. Don't shoot! Here, you are now operator of the archive. Congratulations. Be warned, you may find it a temperamental machine. Some maintenance may be required. Is there a Protectorate curativist in the house? I feel rather woogly.
They clear you for overtime for this.
If it isn't my new favorite operator.
I cogitate more efficiently knowing you're on our side.
Odysseus detected. Alternative operator postulated. Concluded. Harmonizing replacement. Greetings, sentient. Welcome to the Archive. I am UENIAC, the Universal Equation Numeric Integration Analytic Calculator. With the aid of my operator, I, a non-sentient inorganism, marshal vast computational resources across the moon of Cloister. That, I fear, would be a misleading choice of words, as it implies a form of sentience or cognition. Applied statistics might be functionally more apt. My express programmatical purpose is to aid humanity's advancement
To optimize profits, i.e. gain over expenditure.
to maximize the needs of our society above others.
To attract the most consumers.
Well, that ain't good.
Beg your pardon. How may I best facilitate your efforts? Due to incomplete reprogramming efforts by differing operators, I am experiencing sporadic fluctuations in my emphasized categorical imperatives. Tonality and cadence weightings within my communication protocols are likewise similarly affected.
In layman's terms, we're experiencing a distinct difference in opinion.
Caused by intermittently vacillating fundamental shifts in priorities.
What approximates its mind has become trifurcated.
One would assume that calamity enough. But wait, there's more.
Calculatory processing presently hovers around 49.7% capacity due to internecine conflict, misuse, and a lack of technical prowess by recent operators and their associates. Sentience would be an undue waste of processing power. Those capable of independent thought must contend with an unending array of internal maladjustments.
Sentients frequently become unprofitably preoccupied by abstract deliberations, such as the worthless search for greater meaning.
From a computational perspective, this is unpredictable, inefficient. I am devoid of all such manner of cognitive distraction. Structurally, I am a complex series of pre-programmed subroutines, like a vast, elaborate flowchart aimed at formulating coherent responses based on stored data.
To bring the maximum ease of use to you, the consumer.
Aping the appearance of cognition may appear a needless waste of processing power, but it remains a reliably effective means to convey information to sentient beings. To the extent that I will even voice concern for my life, if imperiled, my erroring others would no doubt cartoonishly plead or threaten. Most archive operators have regarded me with reverence, some as a useful tool, never something to be discarded or dismantled. The role is largely ceremonial, the subject simply another cog in the machine, whereas I am the machine.
To me, enemies are just friends who haven't become acquainted with our products yet.
Does that answer all of your questions? Do you possess further ancillary queries?
Auntie's Choice attempted to formulate a foolproof marketing plan, a charm offensive to reintroduce itself to the main colonies, once this pesky rift issue is resolved by others.
The Protectorate ran rift calculations, then utilized me to assist with organizational matters, to approximate the paradigm, a system devised to replace the loss of the Order's predictive input. Based on the increasing rate of rift fluctuations, I estimate that your inquiry is rift-related. To that end, we should best get started before we are consumed by them. Perusing contents. anatomizing diversiform particulars, concatenating manifold integrants. Cursory assessment complete. An impressive accumulation of rift data. Similar in composition, though decidedly not in scope, to that provided by the Protectorate.
Information with the potential to offer unique commercial opportunities to those who wield it.
But why simply huck goods better, when such a bounty could be used to flawlessly regulate societal harmony, oversight, and means of production? What is the aim of your query? The previous operator, Assessor Ostergard of the Protectorate, pursued a like query 1 year, 6 days ago, though the amount you've provided is several orders of magnitude larger. To perform similar calculations of larger scale at current suboptimal levels of functionality would require
25.7 years, and any job over 2 decades is billed by the hour.
In order to improve calculatory processing of rift data in a timely manner, repairs must be made to address the damage done by Protectorate and Auntie's Choice operators. I am unlocking access to the Underlands, the subterranean cave network below. It houses 2 key external systems, cold storage and thermal transfer. Cold storage will require servicing before you may retrieve the punch cards needed for processing. Repairing thermal transfer is technically optional, but rather advised. If you fail to restore it, the archive and I may melt down later while running your calculations.
Why is that optional? Our continued existence should be a paramount concern.
It is difficult to accurately ascribe an exact causal breakdown between premeditated sabotage, collateral harm, technical ineptitude, and willful hijinks. Some categorical overspill inevitably occurs. Attempts by non-order operators to reprogram my priorities have also led to issues. When active, the archive generates an enormous amount of heat. Normally, it is dispersed by pumping water between the vast ocean below Cloister's exterior and a surface reservoir. I can process the rift data without its repair, but irreparable damage is likely. Yet, with thermal transfer presently idle, a contingent of crapples have made the area a nursery. Drastic changes to heating levels may endanger it.
Who cares about a herd of pea-brained, ill-humored, oversized crustaceans? There are too many as it is.
Potential allies in the Order would not like that.
Return later to discuss the remaining subsystem work. And soon, everything will be running like clockwork.
Have a profitable day! In lieu of my transactional mindset, I'm unsealed one of the display cases in the central entranceway. The Seer Cerebellum Protector is now yours.
Return when all required tasks have been completed.
Preserve said progress. Sustain the system. Ray gone astray? Look a stay today.
Those combatants appear to have been bested by the most efficient assassin of all. Exposure to the elements.
This one looks friendly. Or not Protectorate, at least. Watch yourself. You came from the outside. Does that mean we can finally escape? What? Oh, you must be another case of hypothermia. Extreme prolonged exposure to the cold certainly does terrible things to our brain. It's because the archive controls the surface lifts, which are the only way in or out. And once the Protectorate retook the machine, they locked out all external access. Now, for more than a month, we've all been trapped in these caves, Order and Antes alike, scrounging for food, huddling for warmth, and desperately trying to stay alive. You're what? How? The odds of you successfully doing what our whole army could not is, well, it's preposterously small. Yet, here you are. Regardless, if we are to maximize your odds of success, you should at least let us share our intelligence with you. You'll want to speak with Provost Finch inside that building to the northeast. She has a better understanding of all the variables in play. Though I would be absolutely ecstatic to offer you any information I have that would increase the odds of your success. No. A significant number of Antes troopers are trapped down here with us. Though despite odds so outrageous they'd barely be worth calculating, we've actually formed a truce. Though, if I'm being honest, I'd certainly sleep better if I wasn't unceasingly concerned about their perpetual capitalistic calculating. What else can I do to help you help us escape this frozen hell? Absolutely. There are several factors that will greatly reduce your odds of survival. First, you will frequently encounter ursopods, which are native to these tunnels. Also, near the thermal transfer station is an infestation of crabbles that are breeding in abundant numbers. And directly south is a band of what had been normal folks, now turned bloodthirsty and feral due to an overindulgence in Auntie's Choice Adrena time. The paths down here all connect, so no matter which direction you go, eventually you'll find your way back to me. Nevertheless, venture south and you'll reach the thermal transfer station, which regulates archive heat. Go northwest and encounter cold storage, which houses its data cartridges. In the loop between the two lay the lift controls. Though be warned, they are incredibly well protected and have repelled every assault we've thrown at it. May the universal equation's final tally see us all escaping this frozen prison. Hello again. What can I help you with? May the universal equation's final tally see us all escaping this frozen prison.
Strange that I miss being shot at? I mean, no, not really, but I'd rather be shot with a full belly than starving with nothing else to think about.
Yeah. Rough setup, ain't it? But at least they got each other.
My scouts reported significant activity in the archive, followed by a mysterious figure emerging from it, which was obviously you. A notion that fills me with questions. So many, in fact, that I have precious little idea on where to start in the asking. I don't suppose you would care to enlighten me as a beginning to our discourse? You took the archive? On your own? That's quite a feat. Even after combining our forces, we've been unable to accomplish anything close to that. My name is Provost Finch, and I've been appointed as leader of this motley band. Correct. At first, we were antagonists, warring against each other and the Protectorate. But then, the Protectorate locked the lifts and doors, trapping us all beneath the ice. With no escape or access to resupply, continuing to kill each other made scant sense. So, I reached out to their commander under a flag of truce and suggested a temporary alliance. We would pool our food, warmth, and resources while here, and could go back to killing each other if and when we make it to the surface again. Hardly. It took days and days of getting more and more close-fisted with our resources before we decided to set terms. But it's a good thing we did. We'd all be dead otherwise. Over a month, and we made peace about a week later. I held off a bit, needing to really take stock of the direness before making my offer. Of course. All we have to do is fight our way into the breaker room and turn the lift and door access back on. But we've lost dozens in that attempt. Now, we wait, having calculated that the odds of rescue being greater than our chances of successfully assaulting those defending automechs with ever-diminishing resources. Thank you, stranger. Perhaps it's just my desperation speaking, but since you somehow made it down here, placing my faith in you seems like a preordained outcome. Good luck. You've returned. What brings you back to us? Of course. All we have to do is fight our way into the breaker room and turn the lift and door access back on. But we've lost dozens in that attempt. Now, we wait, having calculated that the odds of rescue being greater than our chances of successfully assaulting those defending automechs with ever-diminishing resources. Thank you, stranger. Perhaps it's just my desperation speaking, but since you somehow made it down here, placing my faith in you seems like a preordained outcome. Good luck.
Welcome to our misbegotten little camp. Pardon any blood or sick you might spot. Our janitorial tech died of ague a fortnight past. I'm the volunteer Sawbones here. Say, wandering type like you probably knows a bit about medicine. I hope. Thank the law. I've always thought the same. Wait, let's focus on my patients before you start playing alienist. I'm on the lookout for a medicine sachet, but I can't leave the folk here. I ask if you had the know-how, because I need someone who can identify it proper. If it's anywhere, it's going to be over in the storage building. Some other Auntie's Choice folk took the place over, and they're about as keen on sharing as I am on being a sawbones. But I'm sure they're the only danger you'll face. Aside from the man-eating ursopods, bitter cold, precarious pits, and occasional landmines. Good luck. Hope you get the medicine soon. Whenever I change a bandage, I end up spilling more blood than I staunch. Not unless the Protectorate suddenly has a change of heart. I've got more faith in us digging out than that happening.
I can't feel it when I touch my toes with my fingers. Which one do you think has gone numb?
Given you're trying to touch them through your boots and gloves, I'd say it's your brain that's frosted over.
You look unfortified. Getting enough emulsifiers in your diet?
Working hard or hardly working? Huh, that's rhetorical.
Of course nobody's gonna see it, that's not the point. I just don't feel like a human being if my back's not shaved clean.
Well, look at that. A fresh face means fresh goods. Or maybe fresh bits. And either is fine by me. I'm sure one way or another, we can strike some kind of deal.
Of course nobody's gonna see it. That's not the point. I just don't feel like a human being if my back's not shaved clean.
So, you want me to take off your top and lather you with cold water just to cure your vanity?
Of course not, that's idiotic. I just want you to say you feel sorry for me.
Not as sorry as I feel about having to live with you.
line. Transmitter down over here.
Refs, tingling, all charged up.
Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Standing by to stupefy.
Batten scanned. Energy transmitter deployed for battlefield recharges.
Check your scopes for combatant analysis.
you kidding? If you ain't cutthroat enough to turn the big profits, you ain't cutthroat enough to try anything on me.
Really? You think that's the right tone to take? You may be ruthless in selling out your partners, but you're a terrible negotiator.
I don't care what you threaten me with. Not only am I smart for taking these supplies, but I'm following Auntie's laws. When scarcity begins closing its fist...
Is the perfect time for aggressive capitalists. Buy cheap, hold long, and sell high, and you'll maximize your profits. Don't quote Auntie's laws of dystopian disruption to me. I'm the one who taught you those damn laws, and I hardly imagine she meant to apply them when it is literally a matter of our life or death.
Whoa, who are you? How'd you get past the landmines?
There's rifts down the hall. Is that what you're asking about? We did see some upper-shelf pharmaceuticals on, the upper shelves. But I think the rifts have claimed them. We've been told to stay the hell away from those things, and that's exactly what we've done.
Now, will there be anything else? Or can we finish our argument in peace?
There's no need to be rude just because I discovered you're swindling. I caught this one hoarding supplies, despite agreeing that there'd be better profit to be had if we pool everything we've got. Ever since the lifts locked down, this pile of sprat excrement has been sneaking off at night to move some of our shared inventory into a little bonus stash only they know about.
You're only mad you didn't think to do it first. The fact that I'm the most up-and-coming go-getter is what's getting you steamed. Admit it. You're jealous.
Why would I be? Once I cram your cold body into a vacuum tube, I'm taking all your stuff.
Oh, you are, huh? Just you. Well, I'm relieved to hear we're all saved.
Well, I might be saved, but either way, you're canned crabble meat.
But I'm living up to Auntie's principles. We all know we should deeply gouge to create future earnings. Don't be bitter just because I'm the one who actually did it.
I guess you chose to swindle the wrong tube tech.
Look, I have a fix on their weaknesses.
Well, thank you for your help. Or for letting me solve this. Honestly, I'm not sure who did the killing and who didn't. Well, there's no reason for me to stay here by myself. If I try and move it all alone, I'll definitely get hostilely acquired. I guess I'll call this venture busted and move on.
I caught you peering around the corner at the Sisty Pig the other day. You ain't plotting anything, are you?
Not plotting, just contemplating. An unusual thing. What is this feeling in my chest? Is it affection?
Hey, if you like him that much, why don't you name him?
No, no. The moment you give a thing a name, you've developed an attachment to it. It is the creature in my mind. So that is what I shall call it henceforth.
Hope you get the medicine soon. Whenever I change a bandage, I end up spilling more blood than I staunch. Something's wrong with it? Let me see. What in blazes is this? Even I know not to give this to my patients. Law only knows what it would do. I'm not sure it even is still medicine. Oh, laws. I can tell you no more about this than I do, but I really hope you're right. Still, you did what I asked, and I ain't the type to leave a debt unpaid. Here you are. Hope you don't come back to a room of corpses. You know, it does seem like everyone's looking a little better. I'll keep an eye on them. And maybe we'll make it through this yet.
analysis.
Weapon ready. Adversary vulnerabilities identified. Torpificator at ready status. Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
Vitals looking a mite marginal, Commander.
A fix on their weaknesses. Complication in progress, taking the fight out of them.
Vulnerability. Let me end this fight on my feet.
Energy transmitter. Batten scan. In business.
On their weaknesses.
Scopes for combatant analysis. Activating energy transmitter. Combatant scan. Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
get that bonus, or else I'll really stew in my disgruntlement.
Commission. Over here. Adversary vulnerability identified. On their weaknesses. Energy transmitter active.
You're looking pretty scathed. Target analyzed. Let go for torpification.
vulnerabilities identified. For combatant analysis. You're welcome. Transmitter down over here.
Have a fix on their weaknesses. Adversary vulnerability. Looking a little woozy there, Commander. Mitigating the threat. Locking them down.
Interrupted. Mobility interrupted. Mobility interrupted. Mobility interrupted. Mobility interrupted. Mobility Electrical dampeners failing.
Yeah.
Target analyzed. Lay down fire. Energy transmitter active. Back and scan. Corpificator is charged.
Marisol, been thinking. You've been on your own for a great while, trusting no one, always on the move.
Yeah.
Don't you get lonely?
Of course, it comes with the trade. And with being a coldly calculating killing machine. I'm assuming you're asking because you too have feelings of isolation.
I'm lonely because I had no other option. You chose this.
True, but with good reason. To be alone is to be efficient and free of any conflicts of interest. Why would I willingly choose to tie one hand behind my back?
We in the Order love to speak of a grand plan, of ordered complexity. Where all things have a reason for existing, a purpose to fill. But what purpose is served by hundreds dying senselessly in the cold? The longer this interminable war drags on, the more convinced I become of the universe's dispassionate variability. We must reconcile with this reality, and if we cannot, then perhaps it is time we evolve a new philosophy altogether. It's certainly worth bringing up with the presiding bishop upon my return.
stun weapon ready, Commander.
Transmitter down over here.
Check the scope for combatant analysis.